Right.
Going live.
It's
Hello,
okay.
hello, everyone. Today, this is Irene with SaugaTalks, and it's wonderful sunny Friday here in Connecticut. And I'm extremely excited because with us here today, my co-host, Brian Thomas. How are you, Brian?
Awesome. This is exciting. This is one of the things I always look forward to. As I tell everybody, Monday's my favorite day, but Friday is still my second favorite day. And this is one of the reasons we get to jump on a live show streamed across 4 channels. And I'm just totally excited to welcome our guest today, because we've been working on a prototype that we're going to talk about here in a minute around NFTs and blockchain, which totally gets me excited. So thank you, Irene. Thank you.
Loving it, loving our time here every Friday. So if you're tuning in today, please make sure, right, you're here next Friday and Friday after that. But without any further ado, so today we're here with Tomas Svoboda. Hello, Tomas. Yes, you're very welcome to our show. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. I'm greeting everybody from Czech Republic, and I'm very glad I'm here because I listened lots of your talks and previous talks, and it was amazing guest, and I even understand why I'm here. Yeah. So I hope I will not disappoint your listeners, and I will give them some information what they're looking for about the NFTs and lots of information from the blockchain. Not too special
Let
about
us explain why you're here, Thomas, okay? Let us explain. The
Okay.
reason we wanted to have this conversation with you, because you are an innovator. You're a person who is hands-on with technology, person who is building, and person who is reading, and person who is really gaining that influence. I know on Twitter, you're enormously engaging and popular, so here's Twitter handle, everybody, to follow Tomas, because he's a wealth of information and knowledge. So to me, that's enough. That's enough, Tomas, to have you on this show. But we do want to talk about disruption. And disruption that's really happening, right? So talk to us. Crypto, NFTs, what do we need to know?
Okay, I will probably start to introduce myself a little, to people know my background, because I'm the most time I'm a programmer for most of my life. I started maybe in 6 years old with the didactic gamma. It's some one board computer like ZX Spectrum or these things, and since that I went through the lots of different fields in technical stuffs. Not the mechanic, it's only part I'm missing, but I did electronic, medical engineering. Also, I studied medicine, so I can connect the different fields together, and it helped me to go to some more important technical things and businesses, because when I was 23, maybe 24, I established my first company. It was a company for building X-ray and CT devices for industrial inspection, and also some camera inspection and so on. And it brought me to a very interesting field of automotive and industrial automatization. And during that, I get a lot of information about especially Industry 4.0. I don't know if you know this thing. It's some common set of visions how to recreate and rebuild our industry to meet some requirements from the today's market. Yeah. And it needs a huge improvement and changing of lots of systems. And during the development tools for the Industry 4.0 and digital transformation of companies, I met the blockchain as a technology, because I met the blockchain for 2 times. The first time it was like a cryptocurrency. It was in 2017 and 2018. I tried to trade, so I lost a lot of money. I had a very, very good experiences with that because today today I know that I shouldn't trade. I'm a better programmer than trader, and now I focused programming with the blockchain and using it as a technology. So probably I will be able to talk about the blockchain as a technology more than like a cryptocurrency. I think it's very, very interesting topic for economists or economic specialists and these guys to explain how it can change the modern economy. But when I just look at the blockchain as a technology, it has much bigger impact than the cryptocurrencies. Yeah, from my point of view, it's just up to everybody how they look at it, because lots of people get rich during one weekend and something like this. But I think it's not about it. It's about creating some value and replacing some today's tools, which are good in today world, but it can be better. It can be easier. It can be much more energy efficient. It can be much more stable. And this is what blockchain can brings to most of the application I know. Yeah, I met the different productions from producing diapers to producing whole automobiles. And in most of these fields, I can imagine maybe thousands of application of the blockchain. Yeah, you must find the correct blockchain for the different application, because it's similar like programming languages. Yeah, each language offers you some amazing possibility and match to some cases where this programming language was designed for, and is much more efficient. And same with the blockchain. You have an application which you can do with the Bitcoin, but there are lots of them which you cannot do with the Bitcoin. Yeah. And same with, for example, Niblio, which I think it's something like Ethereum, but it's based on the proof of stake. So you're not mining it, which takes a lot of energy, but you just confirm the transaction, which much less energy consumption than the classic proof of work blockchains. And with this tool, you can cover maybe 50% or 60% application I was think about. Yeah, but even with Niblio, which is very flexible, you cannot cover everything. That's why need to think about the connection between the blockchains and how to connect them, not directly, but on the application layer. So to exist next to each other and co-work together. That's what I'm trying to find, and that's why I'm writing the drivers, which is not, or now it's primarily focused to Niblio, because I have to make a basic structure, test everything, but it will be ported to the different blockchains too. Yeah, now I did some integration of Dogecoin because lots of people like it, and if you want to build a good tool, you have to listen the people what they want. Yeah, so you have to provide them the possibility to use what they are used to use. Yeah, if I said it correctly. So this environment is rising, and I want to be part of it. So that's why I focused to blockchain. I quit my last job, which was very well paid, but I won't miss this, yeah, because it's like the invention of or bringing the new internet. Yeah, so it's a whole middle layer internet, and almost any application what you can look at it, you can transfer or combine with the blockchain. It's like in a or start of the century, when you take anything and put it on the internet, it was a good business usually. Yeah. So I think this is a very good opportunity, and I want to be part of it, and not in the commercial way, because I'm the technology enthusiast. So I did it as an open source, so everybody can use it, download it for any purposes. It's not limited for commercial use. So I think this is the way how we can go, and how it's good to go, because the closed software is not good, because it's not transparent, and especially when you work with blockchain, which is totally transparent, and you will not have a code transparent. It doesn't make sense for me. So
we have our first comment. We have our first comment. So thank you, Tomas, for this overview. So we have the compliment to the great topic we picked, and this is only getting started. So Brian,
yeah. So and Tomas, this is amazing. I've worked with you now for several months, and I'm let the cat out of the bag a little bit today. Is Tomas and I have been working on a prototype. So as you know, Coruzant Technologies is a digital publication. We're the largest crowdsourced digital publication in the world. and we have some amazing guest people, content, articles, and Tomas has graciously jumped in to form a partnership with Coruzant, with his company TechnicInsider, and we've developed, I should say Tomas has developed a prototype, and we actually have Coruzant tokens. They're NFTs that we'll be able to share now with our featured guests and with our content, and it's going to bring a whole new level. And as Tomas was mentioning earlier, you know, there's an application for blockchain for every industry. Supply chain is a great example, healthcare. So I'm so excited, and the fact that Tomas is not in the mindset of money making. He's in the mindset of how do we help the world be a better place? How do we show that there is basically that chain, that what they call chain of custody through everything. So there's transparency. You know, governments are not going to like this at all, but that's too bad. This is now a democracy, right? We're sharing and helping each other. So thank you, Tomas. I appreciate it. And I don't mean to take the mic, but I had to share that. That was amazing.
Thank you very much. I'm enjoying cooperation with you because our cooperation starts when I read your articles, because the content on your pages or on Coruzant platform, it's amazing, because you collecting the amazing people which has a lot of experiences, and I don't know how, but you convince them to share these experiences and share this their knowledge to lots of people. So when you read it carefully, you can also read between the lines if you will read something about your the person as itself. So I think it's very good platform, and I'm glad to connecting this to the world of the NFT, because we are starting to change the publishing industry, and not the publishing in the music or the images, how you know the NFTs in the most common way, because lots of people knows the NFTs like non-fungible tokens just in the connection with the images or some 3D models or the music, but it has much more outreach of this. And we, for example, with Brian, we are building the new publishing platform, which will take the articles and provide it to the persons which use the application We NFT, and it will deliver it, the articles like the NFTs, and then they will own it, so they can upgrade it with some comments, add some comments like on a Twitter or some LinkedIn or whatever, and then they can send to another person because it's asset. Each NFT you can imagine as something, as for example, like this TV remote, I can describe as an NFT, and prove some certificate ownership and transfer the data about this this product to totally different person which will owns it, because he or she has it on their wallet and it's their property. And that's how we have to think about the NFTs. You can tokenize almost anything what you have. It can be podcast, it can be interview, it can be image, but also it can be the rights to anything. For example, because I'm author not just of this virtual economy framework, but also production line framework, which can help you to create a production line for automotive industry or some another assembly production lines. But because I have just limited time and this project has a huge potential, I decided to sell it as an NFT. Now I'm discussing with few another companies which are interested to buy it before I will put it to auction as an NFT. But for me as an author of some intellectual property, it's very good and easy way how to sell my intellectual property on a global market. If you imagine, I would want to do it in some common way in the past years, it would take me a lot of administrative and paperwork around. And I hate the paperwork. I like a blockchain and these things because I don't need any papers. Same with the companies. because when I bought some, for example, Niblio, which is my favorite blockchain, I can then explain you why and what is the advantage and maybe some disadvantage of it. But when I decided to use Niblio as the main blockchain in my application, I bought some, and I'm working with it. And I'm considering it as some kind of shared stocks, because there are the multiple companies which using Niblio, for example, Historia. They will have a public announcement in the Monday, so I think it will be very interesting because they're utilizing the Niblio for tracking agriculture machines and CNC machines in automotive. So it's gonna be huge, but we have to wait for a public announcement and website and everything. But because they're using Niblio too, we have a shared stock, because if their project will prosper, the Niblio price will go up because they will use it, people will need to pay fees and stake, and the ecosystem will grow. And also my shares in it will grow too. If my project will be very successful and they will, for example, have some hard times because of some crisis or whatever, I can keep this price up, because I can help them to utilize the Niblio. And this is very amazing tool, and it has a huge impact because anytime on the world there is some crisis anywhere, and it's usually located to some specific area. It can be the change of the government, it can be the different or new some taxes laws or whatever, or the whole economic in this country can crash, and it will affect the stocks of these companies. But when they were using the shared stocks, this risks is distributed, and also for the investors. So I think the blockchain is a very good tool, not just for the creating NFTs, tracking the assets or intellectual property, but also for creating the companies. Because I'm kind of the startup guy, or startup enthusiast, and when I want to build new company, I will probably build in tight connection to, for example, Niblio, and make it like my share stocks, because I don't need to fill the paperwork. I don't need to have some specific place where I'm located as a company. I live on a blockchain. And it simplifies a lot of things. But Brian, as you said, the governments will not like it, and I think we see it now, especially the most funny thing what I heard was in the Central World Bank told that they cannot help Salvador with bringing the Bitcoin as the parallel currency for their today currency, because it's not transparent. What the hell? You said blockchain is not transparent? Just look at the classic fiat money, which are not transparent, because the inflation is set up by the few person in some central bank of this country, and it's hidden. You never know if it will go up or down. It's made by their decision. So I think the blockchain will replace these classic economic systems and lots of tools, but the governments will block us a lot. So it will be very tough.
Tomas, you mentioned a few important applications, of course, right? But of course, what resonated with me, that publishing company like Coruzant Technologies can be paid, can get monetized, right, in different way that we never thought of. So can you please talk a little bit about how authors, as well as musicians, artists, right, everyone who's producing content or producing anything basically out there, right, how is it a new age for them? Because many reading the news but still don't see the place for themselves and their businesses in this exciting universe.
Okay. So if I will start from the easiest thing, it's artists, which make some digital art like pictures. With NFT, maybe I will start with this NFT. The non-fungible token is some token on the blockchain, because each blockchain can have has some coins for it. Yeah, you can imagine like classic coins or paper money. And each of these coin, if you consider it's a single, yeah, like $1, you can have these $1 in your wallet. Yeah, and each of these dollar carry on itself some image and some information and some unique number. Yeah, this unique number is trackable. Yeah, it's same all the time because the money has since it's printed, it has some unique number, and you can track this exact $1 bill with this picture. And same thing works on the blockchain. When you have some, for example, one token, one VE NFT token, which is built on Niblio, you can connect to this token some information. It can be linked to image. It can be linked to video or anything what you can imagine. And each time when you will send this token to anyone else, thanks to blockchain, you can track it back to this original information, which was connected by the author. So when I will draw some picture, I will upload it to some, for example, interplanetary file system, which is mostly used with connection of NFTs. It's this information and link to the image. I will connect to some transaction, to some $1 bill or one coin, and then I can send it to anyone or sell it. Yeah, there are a few servers which offers you possibility to mint or to create this NFTs. It's called Mint NFT. You can also put it into some marketplace. For example, for my application V NFT, there is two ways how you can buy the NFTs on it. You can do it directly when the owner will set up some price in this application, so you can use it as a decentralized marketplace. But also some friends created a Doge FT.com platform, which is focused especially to fans of cryptocurrency Doge. I hope Elon Musk watch it,
Yeah,
because
I
he's a
hope he does
fan
too. Yeah.
of the Doge, so he can watch it. There are the 12 artists which connect his powers together and create the marketplace where you can directly mint the NFT, set up some price in a Doge, and offer it for anyone who is interested to buy it. Yeah. So this is the most simplest way how people use the NFTs, and especially artists, how they can sell in transparent way, how they can send their art on the global market. Huge advantage is about the sharing of this platform, because they can create their own web page and place the pictures in here too, and people and try to sell it, and people can write them. They will manage some contract and sell it in some classic way, but they have to invest into advertisement. Yeah, because their platform will be unique. They will be just for them, and it will cost them lots of money to have some publicity and lots of time. So this is much better and easier way for them. It's like selling their art on the eBay, but eBay is not or Amazon is not prepared for this. They will need to integrate some NFT platform, and then you will be able to do same thing on eBay. But you probably know the advantage when you sell something on eBay and when you sell it on some your personal page. Yeah, the outreach is much bigger, yeah, on it. So I hope I explained it.
Yeah. That was great. That was a great explanation, and I don't know if I could have or anybody else could have done it any better. So thank you. And it's interesting. It's becoming more and more popular. I just may have a guest real soon, a popular artist in the Latina community that will be on my show soon, about her launch of her NFT and her digital music. And so I'm excited to share that out when that comes along here, scheduled in just a couple of weeks. So I'm pretty excited that it's just becoming more prevalent. So I appreciate the share. I think you shared some great examples, case studies with your explanation. So thank you, Tomas.
Okay, let her contact me because she can mint these NFTs on a V NFT platform, and I will be happy to support her with some support and helping her how to mint these NFTs, because I think for artists very good and helpful way how to sell their art and raise some money to their work, because for artists, especially during the COVID, it's not easy to live. Yeah. I'm, for example, I'm enthusiast into music. I play lots of instruments, but like hobby. But I can imagine how the professional musicians has tough times, because most of the bars was closed where they was able to play their music. Yeah, the same thing. The concerts, everything was postponed or quit, yeah, or stopped. So it was very hard time, and I'm glad that the internet bring a new or the technologies bring the new thing for them how to sell their art, because they need it to live. And without the art, as come on, doesn't matter if it's music or whatever, we will die as a people. Yeah, because we need it. It connects us since the caves. Yeah, since caves, it's thousands of years when art connecting people, and it's kind of it's similar like math. You don't need to know the language of the artist from the different kind of the world. Yeah. For example, on the NFT, one Korean artist, they or she minting the NFTs, and it's very beautiful images, and she create new digital art each day. Yeah, each day she will create some original image, and I understand it. It's just about the feeling. I don't need to know the Korean language or anything. Yes, and that's what I really like on the art, and I'm glad that I can help with some technologies to this artist to bring them to the market. Yeah, let's say. So.
Yep. Are there any common marketplaces where artists and what is it, content creators and musicians, where where they can put their work forward for NFTs? Could you recommend a few?
Yeah, and it's very simple for them. I think it's maybe easier to sell it on some e-shop like eBay or something like this. Yeah, the selling the NFTs is much more easier. You would just fill some information, upload the image, and everything works. So even for them, because lots of artists are not the specialist in the technologies, so I think it can help them a lot.
And for technical audience out there, let's give a path, yes, to that community. So where should they be working? Because frankly, this is such a new emerging areas that I'm sure there are not a lot of standards yet in place. Correct me if I'm wrong. So where do you think the whole industry is moving in a way that realizing that, hey, this is becoming a very valuable area to develop? So how do we operate within certain limits there?
You mean the art industry?
The standards, no, I mean the developing NFTs and platforms and overall NFTs on blockchain. What kind of standards developing, if you think there are some?
Standards.
Technical for
The main
developers.
the main technical standard is the blockchain as itself. You have to understand the basic rules on the blockchain, but I think it's not some big deal. I know the lots of frameworks which are much more heavy to study than the blockchain as itself. It's very simple technology. But there are a few standards for example, the NFTs. If you want to share these NFTs between the different marketplaces, the most famous is OpenSale. And if you want to be compatible with them, they describe their own standard. But in fact, in NFTs, there is not some strict limit how to create an NFT. Yeah, because each token what you send on the blockchain as itself is an NFT, because you cannot change it. It's totally unique, and even if it will not carry any information, it's already NFT. But if you want to connect some information and make it shareable between the different marketplaces, you can meet some standards. But I think we would go to much detail, and because I'm the programming enthusiast, I'm worried to skip into the deep. Yeah, but we can do another talk about the deeper technologies or some standards in blockchains, how to write it, and so on. But also I'm preparing the set of articles for Coruzant platform. It will be about the blockchain, and it will explain the basic rules in the blockchain and basic some standards, how to use it and apply it. Yeah, because to be clear, I'm not a core developer of the blockchain, but I'm the more application engineer of the blockchain. So I look to today's use cases anywhere and connecting them with the blockchain. Yeah, thinking how to use the blockchain to help this technology run much more efficient or especially energy efficient. Yeah, because the whole NFTs and the blockchain as itself can help a lot with the energy efficiency of the whole world or whole IT. Yeah, I will give you the very simple example. Just you both remember the times when we sent each SMS for some fee. Yeah. Yeah. So, for example, in Czech Republic, it was about the 3 crowns. It's maybe, I don't know, 20 cents or something like this per each SMS. Yeah. You had to think what you are sending. Yeah, because it cost you some money, and usually the length was limited, and the space of these companies which store these messages was regulated, because people think what they are sharing and if it works to send some message. Yeah, and today when you look on a WhatsApp and Telegram and these platforms, the people will send maybe 20 messages if they can combine it into one, and probably much shorter. And I'm interested if there is some study which compares this huge amount of growth of data because we missing now the all payments for sending transaction on the internet. That's what blockchain changing and taking us a little back. And for example, on the NFT platform, you can send directly peer-to-peer messages. Yeah, it's encrypted, and if you will, for example, create the wallet or address on Niblio, I can send you direct message. I have to pay for this message. Yeah, it's very low fee. Yeah, it's not some huge value. Yeah, so you probably doesn't care that you are paying it, but you have to think about it, that you're paying this message. Yeah,
Tomas, I would like to pause right here. We're going to get to that thought, okay? I do want to have the answer from you, because we have a good question from Elaine, right? Going back to the artist, okay? Question came from Twitcher, actually, which is good. Gaming platform, Brian, you were talking about, right?
Yep.
That it makes sense to be there. So what to do if artists cannot afford NFT minting?
That's a very good question.
That's
because,
why, I wanted to.
Probably most of the people in the crypto universe, they know the minting of NFTs on Ethereum. Yeah, and Ethereum is the second biggest the blockchain after Bitcoin, and it brings the same tools as Niblio, but with much less efficiency, and that brings much bigger fees. Yeah. And also you have to wait for a long time before the confirmation, and it disappoints lots of artists because they cannot mint the multiple of these NFTs on the same time because the fees are too high. Yeah, and if you consider you want to sell the 100 copies of your digital art, and for each copy you will have to pay, for example, $10. I understand they cannot afford it. That's why I decide to build the VNFT on Niblio, because each minting costs you about, wow, what is, I don't know what is the price, but now, but because I don't care too much about the price, but it's very low. It's maybe about a few cents in dollars per one minting. Yeah, so it's much more easier, much more faster, and much more cheaper. Yeah, but unfortunately, lots of people doesn't know about it. So that's what I'm trying to change.
Yeah.
And anyone who already try it, they say, "Wow, I didn't expect that you can mint the NFT so cheap." So I hope the LNE will find this platform and try it. And because I want to support these artists and community, I decided to do airdrops. It means that if you register on the NFT website and put there your Niblio address, and please, people, don't put there the Ethereum address. Yeah, the already few people put there the Ethereum address, and I cannot send you Niblio to Ethereum address. Yeah, so please create a Niblio address, and I can send you the 100 V NFT tokens. Each token you can use for minting NFTs, and also 0.05 Niblio, which is enough for 250 transactions. Yeah, so you can mint at least 100 NFTs and send them. Yeah, because you will have also the fee, and or you can set up the price. Yeah, because when you set up the price to NFT, you have to do another transaction. So this, what I will give you for free, it will help the artist to start with this platform. They can try it, and if they will like it, I'm sure that they can buy the Niblio on some common exchanges, some Simple Swap, Binance, KuCoin. Yeah, it's on multiple exchanges, and it's not expensive as the Ethereum, but the effect for the artist is absolutely the same.
Thank you, Tomas. Yeah, Brian, you're about to say we're a little over time here,
yeah,
but this is
time, but this
enormously enriching conversation. Exactly. So, Brian, last question. Can you throw at Tomas? Yeah, last question
no
for today.
I just want to. I think Niblio is an amazing platform, and yes, I want to promote it as well. Obviously, I'm slightly biased, but it's because it is such a solid platform. It is known. It is growing. And we've had some success. Tomas has had some great success with it. So again, it's Niblio. It's NEBL.io. NEBL.io. If you go there, you can also, again, as Tomas says, you can create your Niblio address, get your wallet, and then you can reach out to Tomas at venft.com. Right? Or is it VE hyphen NFT?
It's
hyphen.nft.com. So awesome. Okay.
Awesome, fantastic. We have more comments coming in. So good talk today, Tomas. I appreciate your time. Absolutely, you have thriving community out there. I'm following you on Twitter. I invite and encourage everyone to follow you on Twitter because you post few times a day. I know that this is like on the edge of technology and development out there. Tomas, thank you so very much.
So I will continue with this, and I will be happy to talk more about the NFTs, but I know that the time is limited, but there are too many information what people should know about it, but I think we cannot handle it in 1 hour.
Absolutely, but we'll come back. Please come back to the show because in few months, maybe time frame, I want to really know what the development around Coruzant publishing and many other clients you'll be working with. So absolutely, Tomas, thank you so much for your time.
Meanwhile, the people can watch my Twitter because, as you said, I'm posting lots of information there, and each day something moving forward. Yeah, so I hope people will like it, and if someone has some special questions about the utilization of the blockchain or NFTs in some specific field, just write me. Yeah, I'm online most of the time and open for the sharing ideas and talking about it because
loving it. Sure. Thank you, Tomas, so very much. Thank you, Brian.
Just put your what's your Twitter handle because people are trying to reach out to you, and
it's a PhysicTom as you can see on the display. Yeah, my name is PhysicTom.
And on the banner below also, right? Twitter. Great. So PhysicTom, right? Wow, nice name. Perfect. Thank you.
Like a Physica, from World Physica, but written in Czech. Yeah, so we use the app.
Beautiful. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Yes, it's hard to part. Enjoy your weekend. Enormously interesting talk today. Thank you.
Thank you, Tomas.